Yo Wagwan, hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create chord progressions in minutes. I'm going to be showing you how to create these chord progressions super fast and easily so that you don't have to be racking your brain. You don't have to be spending 40 minutes trying to come up with chord progressions and whatnot. And if you didn't know already, chord progressions are generally the basis of most songs, most beats and whatnot. And also, if you didn't know, I'm Jay Carter Ray from jcarterray.com, teaching you how to be better at music, online marketing and online business. And my question of the day to you is, how do you start your beats? Now, I start my beats always with a chord progression and then I move on from there. Maybe you start your beats with melodies, maybe with drums. Let me know in the comment section down below. I think that would be very interesting. Now let's get into the video, because chord progressions are, where it's at is the basis of songs. So this is definitely something that you need to understand. Now we're going to be starting at 140 BPM. And there are a few different ways you can go about creating chord progressions. Honestly, if I had a gun to my head and someone was like, yo, you better create a chord progression now, I'd use Captain Chords, but we're not going to be doing that in this video. And I haven't really been using Captain Chords for a bunch of my beats, actually. I haven't really been using Captain Chords because I kind of just like messing around in the piano roll and seeing where I like things to be and what I want them to sound like. Now, there are different ways you can go about this. You can be like, okay, I want 4 chords. I want a 4-chord chord progression. You might want a 3-chord chord progression. You might want a 2-chord chord progression. So that's the first thing you need to find out. And then you really want to pick a key. Now I'm going to go into a key that I know pretty well, which is E minor. That only has F sharp in it. Every other key is a white key. So we're going to start from E minor, and we are just going to basically pick a note. Generally, I used to start on the root note, but I don't want to do that anymore. I've been, for like the past 10 beats, I've been starting elsewhere. So we're gonna start maybe 7. Let's start on the 6. So this is the 6th. This will be the 6th note in the scale. I don't know why this is like that and not just a full beat. Ugh, annoying. Let's actually get that to beat. So 6. Let's do a few 4 chord progressions, and then we'll maybe do a 3 or something and try it out. So we'll start 6 and let's go to pattern. And we'll kind of just move around and I'll show you how I'd figure it out. So I'll do like that. 6 5 4 6 5 4 1 sounds pretty good. So this is basically the bass line. Alright, so now in order to basically get this all right, first of all, if you don't know, you can go to helpers, go to scale highlighting, and then pick the root note and then pick the scale in minor natural. But all you need to do to create a chord is miss a note in the scale. So all of these white notes are notes in the scale. The black notes are notes that are outside of the scale. So as you see, since F sharp is in the scale, F is not in the scale. So let's create this chord. A C would go C, E, G. B will miss 1, miss another one, B, D, F. A would be A, C, E. E would be E, G, B. But this, as you can see, this does not look like it's in line with the rest of the chords. So what I would do here is bring those two notes down, which would, I believe this would make it a second inversion, but you know, those sort of terminologies is not super important. Basically, you want all these notes to be as close together as possible. And if we listen to this, let's hear it back. And if we move this up, it'll sound a bit weird. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Just bring the B down though. Yeah, I like that. So that's, we've got a chord progression already. That didn't really take very long. Now what I would do, first of all, these would all, you know, be longer. I don't know why this has done this to me. I'm not a fan of what this has done. It's like, yo, let's just not go all the way to the end. But what we can do now is we can basically create passing notes to the next chord, which an easy way to do that is to hold shift on the left side, I mean the right side of your keyboard, and to just cut the middle note. So I could add another one there, but it just becomes a bit much. So I wouldn't necessarily add one there. Another thing we can do with these chords is we can pick up the middle note and bring it up an octave. And since we're doing that, do you want to bring this G up an octave? And we could also add a, basically use the middle note. So that would be a E. We could basically miss this and add a seventh, which would be, you know, this would go C, E, G. So from the last note of the chord, we miss one and go over here, and we could just add a note there. So this would be the last note of the chord. We miss one and go there. And this will be just a quick way to just create a melody that will work. So there you go. We've already got a chord progression. Really quickly, really simple. And we can do this yet again. Let's create some new chords. Let's go 6 4 1 5. Let's see what that sounds like. So in order to, you know, these numbers that I'm talking about, these are like the numbers of the notes in the chord. In order to find that out, like E would be number 1 because this is the key of E minor, and then as we go down, this is 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. So I'd go 6 6 5 4 6 4. What did I say? 6 4 5 1 or 6 4 6 4 1 5. Yeah, let's go 6 4 1 5. So we do the same thing again, just miss a note. And then we of course want everything to be as close as possible, so we can bring that down there. Ooh, I kind of like this. And you know, depending on the numbers of your chords and what chords you're using will change the sound of the progression, which will change the mood of the progression and change the mood of the song. So again, we could bring these middle notes up. Or what we could do is we could have those middle notes back where they are. We could press shift and click left and duplicate them up and just move them over like this. That doesn't work with these chords. That doesn't work. So there we go, another chord progression and melody. Let's do this again. We'll do this one more time, I guess. Remember, it doesn't always have to be, you know, 4-bar. We could actually move this over and make this a longer, you know, make the first chord longer, make the second chord shorter, all that sort of stuff. If that's what you want to do, this will like create an offset and create some bounce. But we just want to keep it simple for this video. I just want to keep everything like a 4-bar chord or a 1-bar chord actually, and we'll let me actually do something a little bit interesting. So you don't always have to start from the 6 either. Let's start from 4. So let's go 7 6 5 4 4 4 6 5 3. We'll do one more after this because I do want to do one with 2 similar chords that are just changed a little bit, so you can kind of get you can kind of understand that. It's like a little bit of a secret method. These are like irregular chords basically, so definitely stay through to the end. You'll definitely love to learn about this. So let's play this back. I don't like the 3 there. Maybe we'll just do it with this chord. So basically what I can do with this is we can just move this down a little bit. So we've just moved the bottom note down 1 note, and this is actually a completely different chord. And that sounds much better. We could also make this an augmented chord, which would be like moving. I think this is augmented. I'm not 100% sure. But we could just move the top note up a little bit, or we can move the bottom note up or down. I believe that makes it augmented or diminished. I'm not 100% sure. But let's play this back. But I have seen people who just like use the root note and just change up like the notes over time. So let me see if I could just quickly do a quick experiment here. What we'll do is maybe we'll move this one up, we'll move this down, we'll move this down, see what that sounds like. That actually sounds interesting. This really sounds dissonant though. Once you bring that down, that's super dissonant. So let's bring that up a little bit and see what vibe we get there. Nah, I'm not liking that. So what I do is we can move that down and then maybe move that over there, which makes this kind of nearly the D chord. But because we're keeping that the same, this is, I believe, the B chord actually. That's beautiful. And now you got the chord progressions. All you need to do is like think about the rhythm that you want and that sort of stuff. And again, we can add a few passing notes. Maybe we don't even use the chord notes as passing notes. We could use other notes that aren't in the chord. And then maybe we use the chord notes. It'll probably sound better if we go down. And that's how you create a chord progression, turn it into like a chord progression with a melody. And then from here, you could basically copy this over to a bunch of different different VSTs and add drums and your beat's done. Like you could add more melodies if you really wanted to, but it's not really necessary. So another thing that I like to do is basically on the second bar, what we do is we have like a two note melody. So we'll either go down or go up. So we can go down. I don't think that's a great note actually. Let me try and find a better note. And then because we got like a simple melody like this, it'll be super catchy. Okay, so I just realized that I forgot to tell you this trick. Now, you do not have to stay in the key that you've started in. You can move to pretty much any key really easily. All you need to do is select all your chords and all your notes and hold shift and move the arrow up. So now, you know, first of all, we're in E minor. If we move up one semitone, we're now in F minor. So it will sound different. So let's hear in E minor and then we'll move to F and show you the difference. So E minor. All right, so we've got the chord progression up and running. Now let's move that to F. F sharp, G sharp, bring it down an octave, So once you've got the chord progression set up, you can pretty much move it around to any key that you want to. And then also, let me just give you some source really quick. What I would do here is I would randomize these notes so they don't all hit at the same velocity. So I'd press Alt and R, and then I'd move the velocity down this way. And you can strum these chords as well. So I'll press Alt and S. This was really good, especially if you are using a keyboard or piano type sound. But generally I'm using like an ambient type sound, so I don't need to do this. But let's play this back and you'll hear how it sounds a bit different. So let's move this up an octave. So I just gave you a bunch of different ways. Well, I don't know if they're different ways, but I gave you a bunch of different types of chord progressions that you can create, and really easy way to do it. You basically just pick the bass note, then you create the chords up from there by missing a note in the scale. And then, you know, you add a few notes on top, you maybe cut a note here and there, and then Bob's your uncle, you got the melody there. Let me pass you back to wherever I was before. I'm not sure where I'm gonna cut and slice this in, but hopefully it works out really smoothly. But yeah, I think that's more than enough to show you how to create chord progressions really quickly and easily. So definitely use these methods. Let me know how it goes for you. And because you've watched this video to the end, I do have a special gift for you. I'm giving you 10 of my loops for absolutely free. You can use these loops in your beats. You can sell those beats, make money off them, totally royalty free. Link is in the description down below, or go to jcarterray.com/free loops. Grab those ASAP because they won't be up for ever. And if you got any questions or any other videos you'd like me to make, please leave those in the comment section down below. In the next video, you'll learn more about music production, online business, and online marketing. I'll see you there. Peace out.